Welcome to today's episode of the College Prospects Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about one element of the journey that if you get right, it will greatly enhance your chance of becoming a legitimate college prospect and going on to play at the next level to be successful. One element critical that you get right. We're going to talk about that today. But before we get to that, let me remind you, today's show is brought to you by Wattsbball and the Watts Foundation. Watts Basketball Game Changers for Life programs, our college prep program. We're now accepting enrollment. We take kids from kindergarten all the way through college, all the way along the journey. And then at wattsbasketball.com and in the descriptions, you can find these links to get involved with our program. And as well as the Watts Foundation, providing these same opportunities for players and for families that could not afford it if possible. So to get your kid involved or to sponsor a kid in our program, visit wattsfoundation.org to sponsor a kid or wattsbasketball.com to get your child involved in the Game Changing for Life programs. With that, let's get to the show. What is the one thing? How do you find it, and how do you make sure it's valuable, and how does it enhance your ability, your opportunity, your chances at conquering your goals, at achieving your goals? The one thing, and I don't know anybody who has made it in anything where the margins are so narrow as it is becoming a college prospect, as it is getting the opportunity to play college basketball, or, being a big time lawyer, being a big time doctor, any of those things without a mentor. The mentor is the thing that can make all the difference for you in the world. And what is a mentor? A mentor is somebody who has been where you want to go, that invests in your success, that invest in your success and opportunity, and they give you honest feedback. They're not somebody this is where I think a lot of players, maybe even some parents are misguided. They're not trying to be your friend or bend over to like your desires and your demands, but as somebody who is aligned with you as far as what your goals are, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, that can understand what it's going to take in order to accomplish that. And then is somebody that holds you accountable to those goals and to those dreams. And it's an accountability partner, so to speak. And so if you think about it, for me as a mentor, I don't tell you what to do or what not to do. I lay out a pathway and then, give you an idea of the things that need to happen in order for you to accomplish it. But then if you're off track or you're making decisions that are going to jeopardize that, I can see your future. I can see your future because I've been where you want to go, which means that I've had success along that journey, and I've also had failures or roadblocks along that journey. And the things that I've learned from my experience, I can turn around and help you as an athlete who wants to get to where I've gone, streamline some of those mistakes, understand those mistakes so you can adjust to them faster. But what I can really do is predict and determine your future based on watching your habits and the decisions and choices that you're making. And I can be a kind of, hey, good job, you're on the right track, keep pushing, or you better watch out. Like if you continue down that road, you're going to slip and lose your goals or objectives. Or like, man, if that's what you want to do, it's not going to pan out for you. Right. So that's what quality mentors, that's what great mentors do. They have the ability because they've experienced it themselves in most situations. They have the desire to help you. They see in you what you are wishing for yourself, and can help you realize that, or realize when you're not on track for that. And I think that's one of the most underrated, underappreciated things. It's not just a pat on the back, but also sometimes it's a kick in the butt, right? Or that is a mentor's responsibility. And I want to just share an experience that I had in the gym this weekend, because I found myself playing mentor to a player who wants to play college basketball, and the family, the dad, is investing a lot of time and money and energy into the player to help accomplish his goals and his dreams. And one of the most challenging thing as a parent, so me, parent mentor, one of the most challenging thing as a parent is when you're investing your time, you're investing your money, you're investing your energy on your weekends in your child's goals and dreams, and it doesn't seem like in moments that they're appreciative in the way that they are approaching the opportunities that you're providing for them, right? And so that's a long way of saying, like, the kid walked into the gym to train and didn't seem like he wanted to be there. Didn't seem like he wanted to train. Now, they come from an hour and a half drive a couple times a week to come to our gym. So he definitely, during the workouts, I was disappointed in the way that he was performing. I was, and I'm looking at him, I'm evaluating, and I'm I got a kind of ugly look on my face, just like, man, what are you doing? That's my approach and energy to it. I know Dad's over there watching. He's heavily involved, and I'm frustrated. I can see he's gonna get frustrated. So I walk over to him and I say, "Hey, man, you probably need to leave today, because I can tell you right now, this ain't going well, and you about to get super frustrated." And he was like, "Oh, okay." He respects me. So he's going to get up to leave. And I was like, "Nah, it's good. Like, you stay here, watch it, but just be aware. Don't get him. I got him." Right. So then he sat back down. So that was me saying, "Hey, man, like, because what we don't want to do is they're invested in me as a mentor for his son. I don't want his relationship with his son to be tainted by his performance at this practice or at any of it, right? Like, you invested in me as a mentor. Let me be a mentor. You be a dad." So boom, he sits back down, and then finally I let it go on a little more longer, and then I asked the kid. I said, "Man, what are we working for? What are you working towards? What are you here for?" He's like, "Oh, whatever." I said, "You trying to make varsity, right? Like, is that what you're here for?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Tell the truth. That wasn't your mentality when you walked into this. This is fall training." And I said, "Guess what, man? I never played JV. I played varsity for 4 years. I was the best varsity basketball player in the state. I was the number one recruit in the state." Now, I'm not telling him this to brag, but I'm telling him, you have an opportunity to spend time with somebody who's done what you want to do, who's here to help you do it at a high level, and you didn't come today to soak up all the knowledge, all the information, get all the work, the maximum improvement for today. That's not where your mindset is it? And so what I did as a mentor is I related the disappointment that me, his father, and for whatever reason that he was having, because he wasn't playing, performing, and he's acting like somebody drug him there, he didn't want to be there, to what his goal was. Not to his father's emotions, not to my emotions or my expectations, but I related it to what his goal was, and then helped him understand that I'm here to help you accomplish that. and that I'm as qualified as anybody to help you accomplish that. But I'm going to tell you when you're not doing it right. I'm going to tell you when your goal is slipping away from you today by the way you're approaching today. And I explained to him, if he wants to be a varsity basketball player as a sophomore, as a small sophomore, which is a long shot, he can't develop the mentality, the resilience, on tryout day. If you want to be a prospect, you don't develop the work habits and the work ethic when you get a scholarship. You develop it to get a scholarship. And so what this is what I'm explaining to him at the gym. And we had that conversation and workout in front of everybody. I'm happy to say that he responded to it. I'm happy to say I told the dad, I said, hey, man, when you guys get in this car, this is even before he shifted his mindset, I said, just talk to him about something random, right? Like, he expects you to be upset and get on him and whatever. Just talk to him about something random. Hey, man, you want to go to a milkshake? Hey, you want to? And that is going to have a bigger impact than you doing what's expected of him and getting on him, because now he has to process his performance on his own. I asked the dad, I said, hey, wait till tomorrow morning. Ask him what that was. Give him time to reflect on what that was, and then let him know that, hey, I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna do this for your dreams. But if you continue to show up like you don't want to be there, then I have to take back some of that support. This isn't mine. This is yours and me supporting you. This is what I'm telling the dad how to approach his son in the situation, because ultimately, as mentors, I think one of the things that is important is that the goal is a little bit removed from us. So we're not I've had my success. Usually when you have a mentor relationship, if it's a lawyer or it's a business person or whatever, it's not somebody who works for you or under you or where your success is dependent on that person, right? Like a mentor who needs you to make it in order to justify themselves, for me, is not a quality mentor. A mentor is somebody who's had the success that they wanted. They've had the success that you want. And so they're not looking for you for that. They're looking for you to be successful for the sake of you, right? For the sake of you. So that's the value of a mentor, having somebody in those moments when you're struggling, having somebody there's so many people when you're doing right that'll pat you on the back or whatever. So even in those moments, to have somebody that can help you stay focused on the core values and the things that are, and keep your focus and your attention on your goals and objectives, is important, right? I'm a mentor for my kids, but that's a tricky relationship. I've also tried to put other mentors in their life because I know that playing all the dynamics can make it really sticky and difficult. I'm still a mentor for my kids. I'm still a parent for my kids, but I've also leaned on other people to do that. And those other people help me be more effective as mentors for my kids. So that's today's show, mentorship. Find you a quality mentor, somebody who's been there before, somebody who's not so invested in your success that it's their own success, but somebody that's invested in your success from your standpoint. One of the, I guess, misnomers of mentors. Yeah, I'm a paid mentor, right? But I'm a mentor. I don't just do drills and training. I mentor people for free also, but I don't just teach people how to shoot or dribble or do drills. In fact, that's probably the least important thing that I teach them. I teach them how their attitude and how their approach on a daily basis is going to impact the results that they want in the future, long term, particularly as it relates to their goals and objectives. And most of the young people that are around me are people who want to play college basketball. So that's our focus, and that's how I develop them. And when you get somebody, it doesn't have to be me, but get somebody like me in your kid's life who has been where they want to go, is going to be honest and objective, is going to be authentic, that their success is not, the success of that individual is not directly correlated to the success, because you don't need that extra pressure. And I think another important aspect or component of mentorship is the mentor themselves needs to be a lifelong learner. And the mentor themselves, it's important to not have somebody who's stuck in their ways, who can see the challenges that they faced that are common, but also see the challenges that are unique because of different age and different time. Players who play in today's game, who are trying to be prospects in today's world, have to deal with something that I never had to deal with, right? And it's the social media. And so I can say, I don't understand how you guys, boom. But it's my job as a mentor to try to understand that element of the challenges and help people overcome. So anyway, that's today's show, the College Prospects Podcast. Details to how to get involved and to get my mentorship are in the description below. If you like the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button, get your notifications when they drop every Monday, and share it. If you know somebody, a parent, a player who needs to have this information, who wants to accomplish the goals and the dreams of being a college basketball player, make sure you tell them about this podcast. That's the end of today's show. I'm Coach Watts. I'll see you in the gym. Peace, love, basketball. I'm out.